Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessATrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. There was no video last night. Right after the close, I started feeling really funky, and not in a coronavirus type of way, thank God. I didn't drink enough yesterday throughout the day. I think I drank like one glass of water like at 10:30 in the morning yesterday, and then slowly but surely I just started feeling not great, and I had some like bad leftover food from the other day, and little by little I started having a migraine. I just felt all drained, so it was one of those days I just couldn't feel up to even recording the video. I hardly got my chart work done yesterday, so I apologize. It really makes so much sense for us, especially at this time, to really try to really try to pay attention of your health. Your body is not a game. Okay, you have to really treat it as a temple. Today I feel a lot much better. I woke up this morning. I drank a lot yesterday. Migraine gone. Everything back to work. Yesterday was actually a really aggressive day, especially yesterday towards that monster pivot on Tesla. So again, guys, before we even go on to what happened today, just again, please take care of your health. So I tweeted this out in the morning. I see so many new traders. When I say new, I try to use the guideline somewhere like 3 to 4 years. And unfortunately, with this generation of I need my information yesterday, okay, patience is just a word, okay? It's just a word a lot of people just throw around randomly to kind of make a point. And, I'm going to tell you guys this, okay? As much as you want it bad enough, and you hear this always on social media, how bad do you want it, okay? I don't care how bad you want it, okay? You're going to be a better trader. I give you my word. You're going to be a better trader in year 20, okay? You're going to be better in year 20 than you are in year 2. I give you my word. And the problem with year 20, okay, versus year 2, it's like in year 2 of your trading journey, you're trying to accumulate all this information. You're trying to figure out who you are. You're trying to figure out what kind of trader you are, how much pain tolerance you have, what's your niche, and you're trying to get everything literally in a week. And it's like the theory of picking up your favorite novel, reading the first 3 pages of a 900-page novel, and you're disappointed why you can't figure out how the book ends. Okay, this is a long journey, guys. This is an incredible, long, tedious trial and error journey that you're going to want to quit 50 times along the way. You're going to want to punch yourself in the face 20 times throughout the day, and this is on the good days, okay? You're going to experience everything, okay? Everything that's going to put you to the breaking point, okay? You're going to have 20 crossroads. Do I continue to keep going? Do I quit? Your character will be tested. Your resilience is going to be tested. Your bank account is going to be tested. Your marriage is going to be tested, okay? So how can you appreciate all this and try to experience the consistency that everybody wants to win you the first 2-3 years? It just doesn't make sense, okay? Guys, I've been really trying to hammer this point for many years. I know a lot of you guys have been watching this broadcast for many years. You guys are putting, especially you guys 2, 3, 4 years in, you're trying to put so much pressure on yourself. Try to emulate some random avatar on Twitter, okay, with a cool picture of something, okay? You don't need to rush, okay? There's no finish line. There's no prize at the finish line. There's no, there is no trophy waiting for you, okay? You don't get a check mark. You don't get anything, okay? This is a never-ending journey. It's a never-ending battle to yourself. Anybody who tells you otherwise, that you can do this and you can do this easily and it's simple and it's easy and it's simple and it's easy, I don't know what they're talking about, but they're not talking about trading. It is methodical, it is boring, it is hazardous, it's mental, okay? It's, it'll put you to the point of your darkest absolute point in your life that the walls gonna be closing in. But the good news is, guys, okay, for all you guys who are experiencing this in year 1 through 4, the good news is everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through it. There's absolutely no difference between you or me or, anybody. Okay, it's doing this for 50 years. Everybody's gone through it the same way. The only question is, again, what type of information are you getting? How are you processing it? How is it spotlight to your specific process? Are you even finding your niche yet? Do you even know who you are yet? Do you even know what you want out of this business? Everybody's going to turn around and say, I want to make money. Well, who doesn't? But the point is, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. Most people will take longer than others to get there. But again, just as a kind of a final point, guys, don't put this unnecessary stress on yourself. It's just part of the journey. It's part of the process. Okay, have faith. Just have faith. I've been saying this for years. Have faith, okay, it will click, but you have to give it time. You will mature in your own time, and it'll click on your own time as well. So let's get to the markets today, okay? So this 213 over-under number on the Qs is like your neighborhood park's teeter-totter, right? Over 13 goes up, under 13 goes down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is kind of the playground, right? The Qs right here, this Mason-Dixon line, is kind of the playground for the seesaw, the 213 seesaw. Every time we reclaim, we go higher, right? Every time we claim lower, we go lower. And the most amazing part in this teeter-totter is how incredibly strong beta has been. Oil is all over the place. It goes down 3,000% one day. Today, I think the oil futures rallied back 20%. You have these, you have everything under the sun rallying at any given point. People are still frustrated because, again, they understand that the market, the economy is still completely disconnected. The jobs market is shrinking. The profits are shrinking. Again, look at Intel today. Came out with news after the close. They talked about worldwide global demand, as you can possibly imagine, has weakened. Okay, but that wasn't the killer for Netflix. Okay, Intel's trading down, taking down a lot of the semis after the close. That wasn't the killer. The killer is right. The killer is Apple. They came out with news and said, well, you might not need you chip guys much longer. 2021, 2022, we might release our own chip. Again, that's a big body blow to the semiconductors. But again, if this was 10, 15 years ago and Intel came out with bad news, right, bad earnings, we'd have been lock limit on the NASDAQ 100. Not the case anymore. Again, new leaders, new economy, new stock market, new everything, right? New everything. But again, incredibly impressive how the bulls continue to build. Again, look, we can't rationalize. I think at this point, I think everybody realized you can't rationalize this anymore. I stopped. Like I told you guys for videos and videos and videos the last 2-3 weeks, I stopped rationalizing. I'm just literally playing in front of me until the bears really take control. And again, if you look on the Qs, again, there are areas of interest in the Qs that they can overtake. Okay, there's area here, that big move down a couple of days ago that went through 3 moving averages to test the 50-day moving average. Can that get tested? Absolutely, right? Can they start reclaiming back here? Absolutely. But again, this teeter-totter line of 213 is getting a lot of traders frustrated. Again, if you're in the wrong names, if you're exposed to groups that are not doing anything, I see a lot. I see kind of a two-way effect here on social media. A lot of people who do trade beta and do trade a lot of high-flying tech stocks will say, wow, this is such a really good trading market, and it is. And you turn around and people are trading some other groups or investing in other groups and saying, wow, this is such a dead market, this is such a chop. But again, it all depends where you fit in this game. For us who do trade beta, I mean, every single day is giving you some tremendous opportunity. There's different rotations every single day. Today, for example, you had Tyson Food talking about, this contamination in meat. Now that we're going to be hoarding meat, and there's, Beyond explodes, right? Beyond explodes. And again, by no stretch of the imagination am I going to be the guy that tells you this makes sense. Like, what does fake meat have to be, have to do with a shortage of possible real meat, right? Most people who eat real meat will not eat Beyond. Okay, it's just the facts. I like, for example, like the Morningstar products, like the meatless products, not because I'm a vegan. My wife started eating this a couple of days ago. It actually tastes pretty good. So I don't think there was a direct correlation today with Tyson Foods talking about, there might be a meat shortage. Call up your favorite steak place, call up your favorite butcher, get as much meat as possible. That's what she said. But again, this is the reality, the big move. Today's Zoom, okay, people a couple of days ago were let's open back up America. This is bad for Zoom, blah, blah, blah. Well, Zoom right now is at 52-week high. So the rationale of this tape kind of goes out the window. I think it doesn't make a difference anymore. I think the safest way to play momentum, again, follow the options market when they are making very, very aggressive repeatable bets over and over again and over again and over again. That's, and that correlates into your kind of your trading approach. Again, for me, it's pivots, channels. That's a very, very safe way to follow the hot money or potential hot money. Other than that, again, you just don't overthink. Just do what the market tells you to do. Some days, if your process will be highlighted, you'll have a good day, right? When we trade beta, beta is usually incredibly, moving very, very aggressively. But again, there's days that you're going to sit there and you go, wow, nothing is moving. And again, those days you kind of move out of the past. So going into tomorrow, again, and the reason the market sold off today, you had Gilead. And this is where at first you turned around and said, this is how we really know how good the market actually is right now. So in the middle of the day, you saw the futures kind of tank, right? You saw the futures start going lower. Apparently, Gilead accidentally released their data, okay, of their COVID drug trial, right? It was very, very lackluster. It proved not to be this magical formula that they're going to save the day. And the futures started coming in. And the Dow was up like 300 points, came into like up 50, then rallied back up 200 points. And I turned around and said, wow, that is pretty amazing. The reason why it was so amazing, if you guys remember, we had this monster rally last week on Gilead, right? Potentially coming out with the silver bullet, the magic pill, the magic drug. And the fact that the market didn't sell off, right, really aggressively, 200, 300, 500 points, 1,000 points on the possibility of a failure, at least in its initial trial, you had to turn around and say, man, this is incredibly bullish. Now, again, you look at the final tally and you look at the scoreboard and you say to yourself, well, everything's flat. The Dow is flat. Dow is up 30 points. S&P and Nasdaq were flat today, down a little bit. But again, if you think about the sentiment where we were a month ago, if we would have had this news 2 months ago, that Gilead was like the white shining armor knight and was going to save the day, and their first trial kind of flopped, okay, we would have been down 2,000 points. Instead today, very, very orderly move back to the downside, spike back up, move down to the downside. Macro-wise going into tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know. I think for me to get bearish, or at least bearish sentiment, I think at least, if nothing at all, the Qs are going to have to reclaim, the bears are going to have to reclaim this 209 level. This 209 level is the 10-day moving average. So I don't have a good feel yet, right? I really don't have a good feel of kind of what I want to see tomorrow macro-wise. But again, you don't need to guess, okay? That's the beautiful part about trading the most aggressive channels, the most beta names with the biggest average true range. You don't need to guess. You kind of just wait to see how it plays out. So again, do you if you're a bull, do you want to see this inverted hammer? This is a negative sign, right? This is a very bearish sign, especially they lost back that 213 area. So I guess tomorrow, there are definitely enough sell bias names that I will entertain. So maybe 60-40 sell bias going into tomorrow, but I definitely want to see, for me to get very, very aggressive on the short side, I want to see the bears take control of the 10-day moving average, which is below 209. So we might be a day away. Who knows? Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Very, very aggressive day today. Market's good. Market's good. The leaders keep on, getting stronger. Today's one of those days that. Your favorite name, once it confirmed, did incredibly well. A couple of duds, but overall, market did very, very well. Let's talk about this. So BYD a couple of days ago came out with that news on partnerships in China with Starbucks. Put in a high of 92. Again, that's pretty basic stuff. It wasn't anything, sneaky pivot or any sneaky channel. 92 is the high from 2 days ago. Needs to reclaim, and it went nuts. Again, I don't believe the whole theory. It ran up because of Tyson food and the meat shortage. That's what I said. But, it is what it is. So here was the 92. It cleared out this whole 92 area, spiked up, big move, huge move actually. Went to 102. I flipped. I got a little bit late. I flipped it from the 94 to 95 area. I was doing other things when it triggered the 92, so I was a little bit late on this thing, but whatever. It is what it is. Uber, I'm sick of these. I'm sick of these random stocks. So I buy Uber. It just sits there and sits there and sits there and sits there. And finally, I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. So I wound up losing a nickel. That's right, a nickel. I hope the person who made a nickel off me sends their kids to Cancun. Have a great time. God bless. I just waste my time with these non-beta names. I was looking for a follow-through on Boeing today. Never got it. All right, never even came close. I still want to watch it for tomorrow. Keep in mind that it's still a couple of days ago, we still started seeing very, very aggressive 120 to 125 weekly put buyers. We'll see what happens there. Chewy never even came close to the 46.30. And this is where everything exploded here. Facebook needs to build 185. Here was Facebook. We talked about Facebook last night on the video. Actually, excuse me, on the watch list. Here was the 85. It took out 85, went to 87. ZM was definitely the biggest move. Again, the death of the death of working at home was premature, right? Zoom 155, 155.50 needs to build. Here was Zoom. Right, here's the whole range here, 155, 155.50, just exploded and went to 170. Congratulations to all you guys who caught that trade as well. NVIDIA exploded, 290.50 needs to build. Again, this is before the market reversed. So here is the 290.5, right? Here's the 290.5 and just exploded, right? Absolutely exploded. Went to the 293s. Grubhub didn't do anything. Grubhub broke the 43.90, 44, went to like 44.30, and then just died on the vine. Again, these are random stocks. This is my point. When I trade random stocks, you're going to get random results. Apple, big move on Apple. 278 needs to build. Here was Apple. 278 right here. 278 needs to build and went to almost 282. Again, big move on Apple. Again, these things were going one by one by one. I didn't trade today, Tesla. They just didn't give us an opportunity. I kind of like it tomorrow both ways. We'll see what confirms first. But this is the first day in a long time I did not trade Tesla. It just didn't confirm anything. LRCX, very, very thin stock. I know it ran up like 4 points. I didn't trade this thing. It was way, way thin. We talked about this 272 level, went to 276. I didn't trade it. I wasn't even watching it. So NVIDIA, take on the way up. Zoom, just a monster. Netflix. I caught Netflix, but it caught me, well, it almost caught me first. So I buy Netflix, and it goes up $1, and then they start spreading me down. It was one of the scariest things I've seen. And they weren't spreading me down on volume. They were just spreading me down. I was down at one point, literally in 30 seconds, probably about 3 points in 30 seconds. And then 30 seconds later, it wakes up, right? It wakes up. I basically sell 2/3 of my position, break even, okay, break even. And the last third, I lost like 80 cents of the dollar, something like that. And then I buy it back, right? And then I buy it back, and then it explodes up like 2 and change. So it was scary, but whatever. It worked out at the end. Very, very thin stock at the open. Amazon continues to be a beast. 24.05 needs to build. Here was Amazon. All right, here's a 24.05, and it went to ran up a $20 candle. $20 candle on Amazon. Roku is just a monster. 126.63. As you can tell, these beta names are very, very strong. 126.63 needs to build. Here's your early pivot on Roku right here, 126.63, and it went to almost 129. Again, big moves here, very, very aggressive moves. Take on the way up, blah, blah, blah. Beyond, bingo, take on the way up, and I go, well, hell, that was aggressive. So again, beta continues to be very, very good. Again, it just couldn't get into the area, couldn't get into any area that I wanted today. So I got kind of rejected here on Tesla for the day. Zoom, again, monster, closed up to 170. So overall, day turned out fine. I think, again, the key for tomorrow's session, number one, let's see, because again, the semiconductors are very, very big representative of the Qs. So we want to see how they respond to Netflix's earnings. If they obviously start going green, we know this market's in full-blown bull mode. If the Qs start losing that 209 level, start drifting to that 209 level, we're going to have a very, very big line in the sand for next week. So guys, have a great night, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. Tonight's the NFL draft season. I'm very excited for the 2026 season when everybody's released back to the world. Guys, God bless. Have a great night. I'll see you on the field tomorrow.
Congratulations for putting in the time to take control of your trading. you're one step closer to owning your future and achieving the success you desire. Want daily trade ideas directly from Dan, straight off his personal watch list? Unlock our free PS60 Vault, where you'll get nightly updates on pivot opportunities we're watching for the next day's session. Click the link in the description to get started today.